Here's the question for the ages. What do women really want? What does your woman want? I mean, you're doing everything right. Well, at least you think you are. You're stable, dependable, and attentive to her needs. You love her and pay for her shit. Yet somehow, she seems to have little respect for you, and it drives you fucking insane. Now here's what I want you to understand. Her misbehavior is not her fault, and in a way, it's not your fault either. Let me explain. All this while, they've been telling you the wrong thing. They tell you that women want nothing more than peace, love, and happiness. They tell you that if you make her feel loved, secure, and safe, you'll win her heart. But here's the kicker. You've done all those things and more, and yet she craves something you can't seem to give her, and you don't know what that thing is. Here's the harsh truth, and I hope you're ready for it. Women don't want peace. Women don't want stability. And crazy enough, women don't really want love. What women want is emotional fucking chaos. Sounds insane, I know. But stick with me, and I'll explain why. Because once you understand this, everything about women will make 100% sense to you. Now, I know this because, as the founder of Shogun Method, I deal with men just like you every day. They think they've got women figured out, but in reality, they have zero clue. Just yesterday, a newbie Shogun came up to me with an all-too-familiar sob story. "I love her, Derek," he told me. "I really do. And I thought I had it all figured out. I was caring, loving, attentive, everything she said she wanted. I even went above and beyond what I thought she'd expect. I'd plan date nights, surprise her with gifts, make her breakfast in bed, you name it. I thought I was nailing this whole perfect boyfriend thing. But here's what happened next. She cheated on me with someone at work. Not with some guy who was better, but for an arsehole who treated her like crap. He barely acknowledged her, made fun of her, and didn't seem to give a fuck. And yet, she banged him at the parking lot. I found out because that bitch forgot to switch off the dash cam. I was fucking furious. I don't understand. What did I do wrong, Derek?" The answer was pretty obvious to any Shogun. He had turned into a total snooze fest. Too predictable, too stable, too boring. He wasn't giving her what she truly desired in a man, and that's emotional chaos. And guess what? She got that in spades from the Chad Thundercock she cucked him with. Like our friend, you probably believe that women want love, stability, and happiness. Ask any woman, and she'll tell you she wants a man who listens, cares, and supports them. But their actions often tell a different story. Let me explain what's really going on. In Shogun Method, we dig deep into the female psyche, or the science of how women think. And here's the huge insight. Women's behavior is controlled by the need for emotional chaos. They don't crave peace and stability because those things make them bored and unchallenged. Deep down, what women want is to feel alive. And the only way they feel truly alive is by experiencing a relentless roller coaster of emotions every minute of the day. So, to a woman, life is not just about happiness. It's about feeling both the highs and the lows. Women need to experience a full spectrum of emotions: joy, excitement, despair, even sadness, because that's what keeps them engaged and hooked. This is why she'll often start drama out of nowhere, even when things seem perfect. The more predictable and stable you are, the more likely she is to lose interest and drift away. Stability means boredom, and women hate nothing more than a flatline existence of mediocrity. And this is the same reason women love bad boys, even when they get treated like dirt. Sounds insane, but women secretly enjoy being treated like dirt sometimes. The unpredictability, the drama, and the roller coaster of feelings supply them the emotional chaos they are so thirsty for. And, as I teach my brother Shoguns inside the shogunmethod.net community, dramas tingle vaginas. So, what's the way out of this mess? How do you give her what she really wants without becoming one of those lowlifes who mistreat women? Here's where things get interesting, so pay close attention. What women want will be clear to you once you understand Shogun Method. We have cracked the code on female psychology, and we are now handing you the formula on a silver platter. This method reveals how you, as the man, can provide the much-desired emotional chaos in a controlled and deliberate way. Let me introduce you to Fractionation. It is the most powerful mind control tactic you'll ever have to put women under your control and authority. Fractionation gives women the emotional roller coaster they crave, but completely on your terms. Here's how fractionation works. The technique is simple. It's about alternating between giving her highs and lows. You create emotional joy, then quickly follow it with emotional distance or even despair. You're flipping her emotions from one extreme to the other in quick succession. This supplies them with the emotional chaos that makes her feel alive. One moment, you'll pull her close, make her feel loved, adored, or even desired. The next moment, you create a little distance, introduce uncertainty, and let her wonder where she stands with you. This back and forth creates an emotional dependency that's nearly impossible for her to break. Now make no mistake, fractionation is fucking addictive to her mind, like cocaine is to a junkie. And the important thing is that you're doing it in a controlled, intentional way. It's like she's in a stage play, and you're the director who is pulling the strings behind the curtain. With fractionation, you're creating a story for her, an emotional love story where you are the leading man. You see, women don't just want a relationship, they want to feel like they're living out a romance, filled with ups and downs, thrills and spills. If you've ever wondered why women seem obsessed with those trashy Mills and Boon novels or chick flicks on Netflix, here's your answer. They live for the emotional hell ride. Again, everything points back to a woman's thirst for emotional chaos. And with fractionation, you occupy the center of her emotional world. You give her what she truly wants, even if she doesn't realize it. As a shogun, you will know a woman better than she knows herself. Look, I'm not telling you to become a full-blown asshole who abuses women. This isn't about turning into some crazy soap opera villain. Shogun method is a sexual strategy that requires balance and restraint. Wisdom means knowing when to hold back, even if you have the firepower to go all out. So, here's a word of warning. Too much emotional chaos can backfire on you. You must give your woman just enough emotional tension to keep her hooked, without tipping over into genuine chaos. You want to create a love story, not a melodrama. With Shogun method under your belt, it's important to pull yourself back when you're on the brink of overdoing it. There is a fine line that you must never cross, or you will risk ruining your woman's psyche for life. To end this video, let me ask you an important question. Are you ready to accept the truth that women want more than just love, peace, and understanding from you? This means you must give your woman emotional chaos, or she'll end up getting it from another man. It's not an easy question to answer. I mean, many guys still refuse to face up to reality, and guess what happens? They'll get cucked again and again by the women they love until they learn the lesson. Or you can do the smart thing right now and avoid the pain and grief from misunderstanding what women truly want from men. Choose to unplug from the matrix and join us in the Shogun Method movement right now at fractionation.org. Shogun Method has transformed lives of nearly 20,000 men since I launched it in January 2015. It's not for everyone, but if you're tired of feeling powerless over your woman, this is your moment. Inside the Shogun Method online masterclass at fractionation.org, you'll learn some of the most powerful mind control techniques ever discovered in human history. This isn't some feel-good cookie-cutter advice. This is the real deal. You'll learn how to take control of her emotions and make her crave you on a subconscious level. It's all about power, control, and authority of the masculine over the feminine. And for this reason, it's controversial and probably the most politically incorrect knowledge that I'll ever find. Feminists call me toxic, but I don't give a shit. Weak guys cannot stomach what I teach, but fuck them. So, here's what I want you to know. Not everyone qualifies to join the masterclass. I have designed the application process to filter out those who aren't ready for this knowledge. Shogun Method isn't something that should be in the wrong hands. Mind control tactics are like a nuclear bomb, and we must keep it guarded from outsiders. Only strong, serious men will be let into our brotherhood at shogunmethod.net. The danger of abusing this knowledge is all too real. So, if you're ready to stop guessing and finally understand what women want, go to fractionation.org and apply for a spot in the Shogun Method online masterclass. Use your best email because if you qualify, you'll receive your invitation ticket immediately. If the site is offline, it means we're closed to new joiners. This is your chance to step up as a man and acquire power over your woman. Visit fractionation.org or click the link in the video description below.